Hi everybody, it's time to draw landscape using two-point perspective scheme. Here you see a nice landscape where line of sight is directed diagonally relatively to the bases of the buildings. It is the corner view. We have two melting points here, one from the left, another from the right. Both melting points are outside of our picture, but I know one trick which helps us to deal with this problem. What from to start? We start again deciding which part of landscape will be main part and which part will be secondary. Obviously, main part of our sketch is the building in the middle. Let's mark place for main part of landscape in our page. We divide page into three parts with two horizontal lines, upper part for sky, lower for the earth, and middle part for our main building. Now, using our gridded device, we'll find out proportions for our main building. But here will be one important point. I keep the bottom line of grid on the level of horizon. Level of horizon is the level of the people's heads in landscape. In building we have ground floor and 3 stories up, so I put 4 squares in height, and width fits into 4 squares too. With two vertical lines we mark width of our main part equal to the height and divide it into grid 4 squares in height and 4 squares in width. We draw vertical line in the middle of the third square. It is the corner of the building. And now we have to find out the angles for roof lines. There is one easy trick for it. We need a strip of paper for our measuring. It is very easy to make this strip with snap of knife using bend press cut technology. When the strip is ready, we bend it, and moving it with fingers, we change angle between two ends of our strip. We adjust strip edges to the crossing of corner line and roof line. When it fits, we just press the bended part, and here you are. We put the bended strip to the sketch and mark the angle. Now we have two orthogonals and horizon line. How to find all the rest of orthogonals for our building without melting points? Very easy. Our vertical corner line is already divided into 4 equal parts, 4 quarters. Now we divide right and left vertical lines into 4 equal parts each too. And joining all the marks we get our orthogonals. To add base lines to the building we just extend the vertical lines and mark on each of them half of quarter length. To distribute windows on the left wall we use method from previous video about one-point perspective scheme. From top corner we draw horizontal line to the left, and from bottom corner we draw diagonal line to the left top corner and forward until it crosses horizontal line. Now we need to mark this line segment as if we saw windows right in front of us without perspective distortion. When we link with lines window marks on the horizontal line with bottom corner of facade in one point to find out where we cross the roof line. From points where these lines are crossing the roof line, we draw vertical lines, and now we have a row of windows gradually decreasing in perspective. We mark windows on the right wall. They will be drawn with vertical lines only, except the last windows to the right. When we draw part of the left building using orthogonals of our main building, part of the building on the right, we draw in an arbitrary manner, and we add some trees. Now we draw top and bottom lines of windows of the left wall. We use these top and bottom marks to draw windows on the right wall too. We add some details. We add shadows on windows and doors to give them depth. We overdraw stronger all the lines from shadowed sides of the objects to show direction of light in our scenery. We check thickness of lines. Closer to the viewer they have to be stronger, and with distance they have to become thinner and lighter. And finally we add some patterns, making sketch more vivid. So sketch is ready. You can try to draw your own sketch using two-point perspective scheme. Now you know the trick, how to create orthogonals without melting points. It makes the schematics phase much easier. See you later. Bye bye.